Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Gunners and Oz. If my sound sounds dodgy, it's because I'm fucked up there.
I cannot hear. I can't hear.
This is the first time I've started with technical difficulties.
I can kind of hear you a little bit. It's really really.
Yeah. All right.
There we go.
Okay. So I'm on my dad's computer, so I apologize for this shit. I'm actually going to turn off the camera for myself. See Bradley's beautiful face.
No worries.
All right, welcome to another episode of Gunners and Oz. We somehow managed to get a draw out of Chelsea, Bradley. How the hell did we do that?
I have no idea. I was very surprised with the performance that we put out. I thought the team dug deep and was good. I think I think it's not wrong in saying we should have won it, and we could have won it. But I'm more than happy with 1 point at Stamford Bridge, and I said at the start of the preview that I predict 6-1. So, I mean, if that's any indication, I think we did a solid job. And I mean, we probably didn't go there to get 3 points, but we walked away with one, and we're not down any points, and Chelsea aren't up any points. So, I guess I'll take that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, six goals less than what you predicted is just insane. Just thinking about it. I mean, what we first looked at the lineup. Let's take ourselves back to 2 days ago. We first looked at the lineup, and our main issues were Jack Wilshere wasn't available on the bench for Arsenal. Neither was Reece Nelson, and Mesut Ozil was out of the squad, as well as Iwobi being in for Alexis Sanchez.
Mm-hmm.
It turns out that it panned out all right. I think, interestingly enough, and I think I slightly hinted at this possibly might happen in our preview, and that is without Mesut Ozil in the team, we just seem to be a lot more fluid.
Yeah.
And, I mean, away in the big games.
Yeah, like I totally understand what you mean by that. I thought we were missing his creativity or a sense of creativity because there was just something that I mean, Ramsey had that good attempt on goal, then Lacazette missed. I mean, that should have gone in. We were just missing something else. Iwobi was fine. Like I thought he played quite well. I think he lacks confidence, if you get what I mean. Like he's just not very confident on the ball, where he like looks to pass it before he like looks to go for himself.
Yeah.
Which he's young. The people who the leaders of the team definitely would probably give him a kick up the arse if he took a solo run and lost the ball. But yeah, I honestly thought it was a good performance from the guys. I don't think I've heard anything bad to say about performance. I'm pretty like I've normally got some negative to say, but
I mean, for a nil-nil draw,
Petr Cech was good, and that's a surprise for me. So
yeah. Did you hear Ty was going off? Agent Cech. They said he was like. I'm like, Ty, you're slightly annoying. I love you, man, but but oh, dude. I mean, I've never praised Arsenal so much for drawing 0-0, but one of the times maybe that
Yeah, I thought it
It
was.
was just. I mean,
Yeah, I
so
probably wouldn't take it against Swansea or something, but
yeah. I mean, of course, we wouldn't take it against Swansea. This is Chelsea. Given it's a 0-0 draw, there aren't many moments of the match to break onto because we usually speak about the goals. But let's talk about some of the chances and maybe some of the calls made by the which I think did a pretty.
I thought we were gonna have problems with the ref. Like we always normally get bogeyed out by this lad. But no, I thought he did well. It was good. I thought he officiated. He definitely made the right call on the Mustafi goal, even though it was disappointing. Um, yeah, it was
Someone's
disappointing.
tired.
Yeah, been a long day. Even though it's disappointing, it's good. It was a good call. You can't say call it wrong. Um, I thought the David Luiz red card probably is a bit harsh, but um, I mean, if it happened earlier in the game, I think it would have been a yellow, like a harsh yellow. But
Yeah.
if I think it should, yeah, I would give it a red at that period of the game where the game's pretty much over. You don't need to be jumping into tackles like that.
Yeah.
It was silly. It was reckless, and I hope he enjoys the 3 games on the sidelines for it.
Yeah. Well, speaking of David Luiz, we never actually got to speak about this topic because it's not Arsenal related. But suddenly in the league, referees are starting to clamp down on the old high boot. So, in the first half, there was a corner kick, and Luiz
Yeah,
looked to try to do an overhead kick, and he kicked Shelly in the face. I think it
I
may
thought
hit
he
him.
missed him, but
Yeah, he looked like he missed him, but for the attempt, I think the referee booked him, and it's interesting because it happened, of course, to Sadio Mane last week, and it happened 2 other times in the Premier League without any bookings, but this time a yellow card. What do you think? I mean, do you think that it's something that should be in the rule book? If the foot steads are up,
I
then it has to be a card, or
I think that to an extent, I think that I don't want to be I do not want to be sitting here in 5 years saying, oh, I wish the overhead kick was still possible. I mean, no one who knows this, watches this will probably know what rugby league is, except for the Australian people. But rugby league, they took the shoulder charge out, and I mean, it just takes away the oomph of the game. Like, there's nothing better than watching that Rooney overhead goal against City. That is a legendary goal. Even though it
yeah,
was scored by Wayne Rooney, it's a legendary goal, and you don't want to see that kind of skill taken out of the game because they're worried someone's going to get kicked in the head. If a defender can tell if he's going to try and do it, you just don't stick your head there.
yeah. I think that's a very good point, and I was actually watching Ball Street today with,
Yeah.
and they were saying eventually these defenders are going to see that this is being called, and as most in the culture of football is today, they're going to be looking for it. They'll be like, "Oh, my face!" They'll be like,
Yeah.
they'll be literally be asking the referee to give them now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think there needs to be some sort of policy where the foot is going to be if the guy goes up for an overhead kick, it is your job as a defender to realize that if you are in the way, you are going to get kicked in the face.
Yeah.
If you get kicked in the face, then yes, you can get your card, but you can't not be kicked in the face and be like, "Oh no, my face."
Yeah.
You have to have some like a middle ground, because at the same time you have to protect the players, which is what the referee is trying to do.
Yeah.
And so on and so forth. let's move it. Let's move this along.
Did you want to do player ratings?
Yeah, but just a few of the moments of the game.
No worries.
Pedro goes in on the on one-on-one. Petr makes a really good save because Pedro's still flagging from his injury a few minutes ago, so he's not as confident. Or
I thought it
himself.
was very good defending by Koscielny, I think it was, who got tracked back. If you looked at the replay, he just like put his legs in front of him, so probably put him off. But he just made himself. But yeah, I thought it was a good save by Cech. I don't think Cech knew it was coming straight to him, to be honest. But if you just look at the replay, he literally went like this, caught the ball. Yeah. So
sure thing. There's a good cross by Bellerin, actually, a really nice cross by Bellerin, and Welbeck sort of headed it over.
Yeah. I thought that was a missed opportunity.
Yeah, I did so too.
Giroud, if we had Giroud in there, probably would have put that one away.
That one was missed opportunity, as well as when Aaron Ramsey goes in on goal, he beats a few defenders, he gets a nice shot in, the ball comes off the post, and I think people were being very harsh on Lacazette. The ball sort of jumps up at him very quickly, and he puts it over. And everybody's telling everybody how he's missed a sitter. I don't know about that.
I mean, you could probably define it as a sitter because it came straight up to him in front of goal. But I mean, it did come pretty quickly, and it was pretty high. It would have been hard to control, but I mean, for 50 mil, you want a striker that can control that and put that in, score goals like that.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, of course, there's the moment where we thought we took the lead in the second half. I think Xhaka, who takes the free kick, and Mustafi is offside. However, I was really celebrating that we had won a big game at Stamford Bridge. I know Peter Drury was like, and Arsenal in front of the bridge, and then suddenly you see the image of the referee with his flag up.
Mate,
demoralizing at that point.
That image of that referee with his flag up broke me heart that night. Unfortunately.
I mean, at that point, you knew that we weren't going to score a goal because I think at Arsenal were so let down with the fact that we put the ball in the net and it was offside that you just didn't see us scoring again. And then finally, the moment we were talking about before, Kolasinac has the ball on sort of near the sideline area, and David Luiz goes lunging in, and literally for any other man on the planet other than Kolasinac, he might have lost his ankle.
Yeah.
But the tank was literally, he's literally made of steel. But fair enough that it's a red card, I think. I
reckon it was a red card as well, if I'm being honest.
Let's move on to the player ratings, Brad.
Yeah.
Petr Cech, out of 10.
I'll probably give him a 7. 7.
Yeah, I reckon that's fair enough. I reckon 7 is going to be a decent performance. So I reckon 7 is definitely good for Petr Cech. Hector Bellerin, I thought he actually had a decent game. I think he dominated his wing.
I would have given him probably a 7.5, 8.
Yeah, agreed. In defense, I think this is where we're going to get the big points because they played very, very well. Laura Koscielny.
I would have given Koscielny probably an 8.
Yeah. That's a good call. Mustafi in the middle. They switched positions. Usually Mustafi was playing on the right-hand side of the 3, but this time he's playing in the center. Has that worked out for him?
Mustafi for me was definitely my man of the match. Ramsey was in contention, but I definitely thought Mustafi played the best for me. I'll probably give him a 9.
Kept Murata quiet.
Yeah.
He kept Murata quiet. Kept him away from all the shots that Murata had to take the crosses got in. He was turning away from the goal.
Yeah.
And he wasn't able to put much momentum in.
Very smart from Mustafi, for sure.
Yeah. And what about Nacho Monreal?
Probably give him an 8 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he was solid, just solid at the back.
I thought he was what he always was. It was just basically a 7. And he's one of the
Yeah.
only players in our team who can produce 7s like consistently.
Consistently, yeah.
Yeah. Kolasinac today.
I was, I'm always impressed with Klausner. Actually, just strong, but he gave away a lot of fouls. I'll probably give him a 7.
Yeah. I would say 7.5. I thought he was good. He added us an element that we never had in games like this. So I think it was really good. Granit Xhaka.
Considering if you judge his performance from Liverpool game and the Chelsea game, I'd give him a 10. But I'll probably give him 7, 7.5, 7.5. I'll give it 7.5.
Yeah.
I thought
he was
good.
solid. He did nothing wrong, so.
That shot was rocketed.
Now, the next player for me, this is my man of the match. I think this is the man of the match who's voted by Sky Sports and by the fans on Twitter. Aaron Ramsey. For me, he gets a 9 out of 10 today. He literally ran the show. And you think about the midfielders in Chelsea midfield, you get Conte, Fabregas, Bakayoko came on in the second half. Ramsey literally looked like Aaron Ramsey at Euros. He was spectacular for me today. And he created the only shot of the first half, which was deflected onto the post, but I thought he was brilliant.
Yeah. I'd probably give Ramsey about 8.5. I thought he was good, but I'd definitely go for Mustafi over Ramsey. Yeah, I'll probably give him an 8.
Right. What about Alex Iwobi? Of course, he comes in. Alexis Sanchez doesn't.
I thought Iwobi was decent. I'd probably give him a 7, but yeah, I thought he was decent. Played well, good passing, good runs. I mean, I think with Iwobi, he just doesn't stop running. Yeah. I don't feel like he's a lazy player at all.
Yeah, agreed. Danny Welbeck. Now, unfortunately for Danny Welbeck, he didn't get to end the game because he had an injury. But while he was on the pitch today, what do you reckon?
I was impressed by Danny Welbeck. 7.5.
Yeah, I thought his pace was a threat to Chelsea, and his work rate was definitely there to see. I actually reckon I'd give Danny Welbeck an 8. I thought he was very good. I mean, yeah, he misses the one chance he gets in the game, but besides that, he's a constant threat. And the fact that it was 0-0 and we had a chance to win the game when Alexis Sanchez came on was a credit to Danny Welbeck.
Yeah,
I think, and also the defense. But I think Welbeck plays that position and he doesn't look out of place. And finally, with our starters, Alexander Lacazette. Now, I know he'll probably get downgraded because of the miss. But
I'd still give him a 7. I thought he was good. I thought the way he was always chasing the ball. I give him a 7.
He wasn't spectacular, but actually, I reckon I'd give Lacazette a 6.5 today.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's actually funny that the player who I would think is our best player in terms of on paper in this game is probably our worst performer. I mean, and 6.5 as your worst performer shows that we did very, very well today.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. On to the subs. First, Alexis Sanchez, and that was an interesting one that Lacazette came off and Alexis Sanchez rather than Danny Welbeck. And actually, just to point out, I noticed that Danny Welbeck was flagging a bit. You could tell he was slightly puffed. And I was like, why are we? I mean, there's two parts of this. I want to see Alexis playing with Lacazette, and especially in a game like Chelsea when we're games to play for. You'd love to have both of them on the pitch at the same time.
Yeah.
The second part is that I think Arsene forgot that Danny Welbeck is not literally the best when it comes to injuries, and if he starts flagging, the first player needs to come off is Danny Welbeck.
Exactly. Yeah, I completely agree. Completely agree.
Yeah. Well, but anyway, Alexis Sanchez out of 10.
Yeah, he'd get my 6.57. I'm just not impressed at the moment. Just I feel like he's got no urgency to him. He's just there because he has to be, and I don't know. I'm just not impressed with Sanchez at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think you're alone on that, Brad. Who came on? Who's the second substitute? Wait, I'm just literally having a brain freeze. Who's the second substitute for Arsenal?
Giroud and
Giroud came on, and
El Nene come on.
El Nene came on. That's right. Yeah, Giroud out of 10.
There wasn't really much to judge him off. I'd go like 6.5. There wasn't much.
One thing I will say is to the non-goal, he contributed a lot.
Yeah.
He's a decoy in there, which he drew the extra defender, which left Mustafi with the free header. So aerially, he was doing sort of the job that we expect him to do as a super sub.
Yeah. Yeah.
And his threat, allowed Mustafi in, except for, of course, all for naught. And finally, Mohamed Al-Neni.
I'll probably give him a 5 because he just didn't he came on and he touched the ball a few times. You can't judge him with much. So give him a 5 or 7 to be nice.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, we're gonna wrap this up because we have to do another show, which will be previewing the game on Thursday.
Thursday morning. I thought it was tonight. I was like, shit.
Yeah, no way.
Thursday's gonna be a rough one for me.
Yeah, so for Thursday morning. Final thoughts, Bradley, on the Chelsea game. Is it 2 points dropped or 1 point gained?
1 point gained. 1 point gained. You can't go to Stamford Bridge saying we're going to take 3 points. You can't. No one can. I don't think freaking Burnley. But there's no way Burnley walked into that game at the start of the season and go, yeah, you know what, we're going to walk out here with 3 points at the start of the season. I bet you they were going to be at the bottom by like -4 goal difference as well. But, you just can't judge, especially going away from home to the big clubs. I reckon 1 point is enough. I'd love a win, but I think taking away just 1 point is better than taking away 9 and giving your rivals 3.
Yeah, 100%. And yeah, guys, that was it. 1 point. I think we've actually dropped one position in the table, went from 11th to 12th. But to be fair, it's just 5 weeks into the season. I think at the end of the year, the extra point. The extra point here will definitely count up in Arsenal's favor in the race for the top 4. Anyway. This definitely was a very choppy video. Sorry for the introduction. However, the analysis here was top notch. So please leave a like and a comment in the video. Yes, take the piss out of me for my shitty technical difficulties. Go for it. We'll be seeing you in just a bit with the preview. But for now, with Arsenal Chelsea, up the Gunners.
Up the Gunners.